Everyone, I'm Sarah Delaney. I'm the founder of Sarilla. I've been in Asheville for about 15 years, and I just want to thank 1 Million Cups for hosting this event, for having me, and also I want to thank Venture Asheville because I know Jeff's here. I went through that program and it really helped me. My mentor Dawn is also here from that program, and my husband Eddie is here, and my new intern Liz. So I want to thank everyone that really takes a village to make this happen. I also spoke at 1 Million Cups a couple of years ago, and it led me to my first angel investment. So it actually does happen here, but that's not why I'm here. I'm not pitching. I'm here because I recently went through a rebrand with my beverage company, and this is my old brand, and my new one's coming out. You're going to actually see it before the end of my presentation today for the first time. It's not yet in stores. And it has been a journey. So, I mean, for anyone, how many here have actually built a brand or you're in the process of building a brand? Awesome. Okay. So, you know, it's almost like raising a child, right? For anyone, how many of you are parents? There's similarities, right? I don't have my clicker.
Yeah, just got it pointed out.
Okay. So I came up with these 3 stages. Just last week, I kind of put this together, and this has been my experience. And I meet entrepreneurs all the time, especially women who approach me and they just want to know what's my journey, how has it been, like what can we do next. I love that beginning stage, right? It's almost like when a baby is born. It's like it doesn't matter how much sleep you get. Everything is, you're like falling in love, right? It's like you're blissed out, you're excited, you're creative. I don't know how long that lasted for you. Hopefully you're still coming back to that. I do. But it can fade. And that second stage is when maybe the sleeplessness catches up to you. Maybe you even feel like you've lost your creativity. You might even feel like you're just in survival mode, like, what am I doing here? Hopefully you get to stage 3 and you pass through that. Hopefully you have a team of support and people like this here who help you get to that next stage, which is where you're kind of like, do I really want to do this? You know, is this really something I want to spend the next few years or longer doing? Like, what is this about? What's the purpose? I mean, I've walked into grocery stores and I see, you know, so many beverages and I'm like, okay, does the world really need another drink? No, that's not why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this just to make a product. And next, what I'm doing this for is a deeper purpose. So we're going to show a clip in a minute from Simon Sinek's TED Talk, Start With Why. And I love that because I think a lot of people start with the what or the how, and then they get lost. And maybe they even decide to stop. I don't believe that businesses fail. I believe that founders decide to stop doing what they're doing, to make a change. I do think we always have a choice. We're going to watch this clip. It's about 2 minutes.
We're starting at 4:55.
Yep.
Most people don't know about Samuel Pierpont Langley. And back in the early 20th century, the pursuit of power did not come to bear. Everyone was trying. And Samuel Pierpont Langley had what we assumed to be a recipe for success. I mean, even now, you ask people, why did your product or why did your company fail? And people always give you the same permutation of the same 3 things. Undercapitalized, the wrong people, bad market conditions. It's always the same 3 things. So let's explore that. Samuel Pierpont Langley was given $50,000 by the War Department to figure out this flying machine. Money was no problem. He held a seat at Harvard and worked at the Smithsonian and was extremely well connected. He knew all the big minds of the day. He hired the best minds money could find, and the market conditions were fantastic. The New York Times followed him around everywhere, and everyone was rooting for Langley. Then how come we've never heard of Samuel Pierpont Langley? A few hundred miles away in Dayton, Ohio, Orville and Wilbur Wright. They had none of what we consider to be the recipe for success. They had no money. They paid for their dream with the proceeds from their bicycle shop. Not a single person on the Wright brothers team had a college education, not even Orville or Wilbur. And the New York Times followed them around nowhere. The difference was Orville and Wilbur were driven by a cause, by a purpose, by a belief. They believed that if they could figure out this flying machine, it'll change the course of the world. Samuel Pierpont Langley was different. He wanted to be rich and he wanted to be famous. He was in pursuit of the result. He was in pursuit of the riches. And lo and behold, look what happened. The people who believed in the Wright brothers' dream worked with them with blood and sweat and tears. The others just worked for the paycheck. And they tell stories of how every time the Wright brothers went out, they would have to take 5 sets of parts because that's how many times they would crash before they came in for supper. And eventually, on December 17th, 1903, the Wright brothers took flight.
Thank you for sharing that. I couldn't have said it better, and that's why I wanted to hear him say it. The next slide. I'm going to just sail through these. I know I only have a minute left. These are some tips I put together that really help me get to the next stage. You can take a picture if you'd like. The one thing I really want to point out here is using circles, not lines. This has really helped me in the past few months. Is I think in our society, we have this upward trajectory, kind of straight line ideal that we think we're going to grow in. You know, we think our revenue is going to grow that way, or if it's not, something's wrong with us. I don't think that's realistic. And I think we need to give ourselves grace and kind of think more in the circular. Next slide, please. So I definitely want to have time to show you where we got to with my brand. And I think once I went through that process and I stepped back and I started listening to my brand and I started taking flight and becoming its own entity is when it all came to me, what we're supposed to do next. And I did have an amazing team. I have a brand advisor now. I have amazing designers actually based in Argentina. They've completely helped me reshape my brand, and I want to show you what it looks like. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming to the end now. And I know we're supposed to end with an ask. So as you can see, that look is very different, right, than this. By the way, take one when you go. So it's really different. So my ask is that as you do start to see our new look in stores, if you're already a consumer of our products, to let folks know it's the same thing inside. We're an award-winning beverage, and we don't want to lose our current customer base, but I do believe that this new look is going to open us up to a whole new customer base on a national level. Going into bars, breweries, we wanted to have a product that could stand up against alcohol as well, not just in grocery stores. So that's what we're going for. If you want to scan this, it'll take you to sign up to our newsletter. You can like us and all the things on TikTok and Instagram. Liz is doing a great job with our new TikTok channel, Sarilla Official. And also, we're building a college advisory board, and students are really helping us grow and develop a communication strategy, since that is our primary demographic. So if you know any college students who might be interested in joining, that's getting started soon. And then the next slide is our final slide. Have I made the, I think I'm just coming up on 6 minutes. So that's it. That's what I have for you. I hope it inspired you today. If you have an idea, or especially if you're in that stage of like, I don't know which way to go, kind of the turning point, I hope that you walk away with a renewed sense of getting back to your why and your purpose. And now we're open for questions. Thank you.